Okay, so I was having trouble with my Black Rain Ordnance AR, and I think I figured out what it was. So when I would fire, the first round would go off just fine. It would chamber the second one, so it would pull the bolt carrier back, eject, and chamber the second one, but my trigger wouldn't reset, so I was getting this when I would do that. So I got a dead trigger, and down in here, my trigger group is, the disconnector is not releasing my hammer. Sorry, it's on a cell phone, so it's not very good. And then if you push forward, the hammer resets. So I think I found the problem. I kind of looked around in here, and if you feel across right here on your hammer where it catches your disconnector, I have a little tink there, and I think this just has a little burr across here. This feels smooth on the disconnector, but when I file, just very lightly file this burr off, I'll probably just clean this one up just to clean it up, and then I will come back and I will tell you if that fixed the problem or not. Okay, so I just deburred the sear on the hammer. I think it's still considered a sear. But I did not do the disconnector yet, and so this is what we are starting to get for function. So, oh, there it went. So it was spontaneously just doing it after a couple seconds, which, since the hammer is actually catching, and going into arm position, it's not all that dangerous, but at the same time, you kind of want your shit to function properly. So, I really do want it a little more reliable, because like I said earlier, it was just doing it spontaneously, where it would go back into battery, into reset. So I will probably continue to file a little more, just because that does feel a little bit clicky, like a little bit of a pop, and I would like a nice glass smooth slide through there. So I'm going to file on the disconnector a little bit and maybe smooth up the hammer a little more, and then I'll show you again. Okay, so I took these out, my hammer and my disconnector, and so how they fit in there when they're in there and actually operating is that this guy fits right against there, and then when you need it to reset, there's a sear on this side, and the trigger sear, or the trigger lands, disconnect and allow it to go like this to reset to where the trigger can hit it. So these are our areas of focus right in here, these two guys right there. So I'm going to do a little bit of filing on them. I have a little metal file, 3-sider. This is going to be used very, very, very minimally, just to take off, like I said, any big burrs. And then I've got some 400 and some 1000 grit sandpaper just to make it glassy. Hopefully to prevent this in the future, especially if it's getting real dirty in there, and so I can maybe run it a little dirtier than I would be able to otherwise. I'm not sure on that. It just seems like good workmanship to polish it up nice in there. But I do know that you can go too smooth on certain things like triggers with the sears and stuff, so I will be a little careful on that. Okay, so I have finished reinstalling it all after filing and sanding and glassing it up. Pull the trigger back, reset it. Very crisp, very clean. Should work. So I will go test fire it, but I think we have solved the problem. So hopefully this helps some of you out. I saw there were a few people out there having this problem, and I really hadn't found like a video of how to fix it. So hopefully I fixed it. I'm sure people will tell me how awfully, terribly, disgustingly I destroyed my rifle by doing something wrong, but hopefully it fixed. Alright, thanks guys. Okay, so we're going to test to see if we got the disconnector working where it will reset the trigger. It passed the bolt carrier function test, so hopefully you will be able to roll with it. I would say that was a pass. So that is how you fix a trigger reset problem. Hopefully that will help you guys out. If that doesn't work like that right off the bat, like if you can't get that to work, I would guess that maybe your disconnector, that spring that goes down on the trigger that resets it, I would guess that it's a little weak or something, because I think a stronger trigger could override some of those problems, or a stronger spring could override some of those problems also. So thanks for watching, hopefully that helps you out.